Hello and welcome to the Lean on Agile show. I'm your host Shaheen, and this is part of our mini series that I'm talking about typical challenges that you would see at work. So today what I want to talk about is about bottlenecks. So if you work in an environment that you have more than one step to work on something, and if part of that one step is to work with other teams, you might come to a situation that you have more demand on part of your system than the system can handle. Let me give you an example, make it more clear. For example, let's think about a situation, and this is a very simplified example. In real life, it's much more complicated than this. Let's think about this situation. You are working with a team. This team has, let's say, it has one product owner and a couple of helpers to that product owner, that there is no shortage of work for the team to work on. Let's put it that way. And this team has 5 developers, and it has only one tester. Yes, this is like an old-fashioned team that still has someone that is in charge of the testing, or as they call it in all dinosaur organizations, QA. That person is a tester. Imagine if 5 developers are working on one item each, and they are just in charge of doing the development and nothing else, then there is only one tester to do the testing. Yes, it could be that the amount of work that is needed for the testing is 1/5 of the development needed, and one tester would be enough for 5 developers. But let's assume, for the sake of this example, that one tester is typically become the bottleneck. So in this situation, you have development work that is being stuck because we are not sure of the quality, because it has to pass the QA for us to make sure that the quality is there. So in that case, what would we do? Like, what are the options? Our QA becomes a bottleneck. Typically, removing a bottleneck or dealing with a bottleneck is a very challenging situation, very expensive to deal with. Imagine if you want to have the QA or another tester, to be more correct about it, another tester joining your team, it's the investment is to hire or to find a contract that can do that in a short time until this bottleneck becomes obsolete. Or in the meantime, what you can do, imagine if you are the Scrum Master there, what else can you do in the system? The easy answer to that is to find opportunities within your system. If you want a very technical answer to that, would be to read the book called The Goal by Goldratt, and it's talking about theory of constraint and exactly dealing with all this. But I tell you in short what that is. In short is that in every system there are bottlenecks. You find the bottlenecks that making your system to go slow, and the pace of your system is equivalent to the pace of your bottleneck. If your bottleneck can deliver 2 items in a day, the pace of the system cannot be bigger than that. Imagine if the QA can test 2 items per day, your system cannot deliver more than 2 items per day. it's either equivalent to that or below that. And if it's below that, then there is another bottleneck that is holding it up. So, but back to the theory of constraints. So in this situation, you have this person that is the bottleneck. Theory of constraints telling you to look for opportunities, figure out how you can relieve this person or any resource that might be the bottleneck in your system from the other duties that they have. So if the QA, for example, attends your daily stand-up or attends the long sprint planning, is it worth it to get your QA in the sprint planning for, let's say, 2 hours a week while he is the bottleneck? Probably not. You can get him, or probably get him to come to the portion of that instead of the whole. So you find out opportunities to ease off the bottleneck's capacity, and when there is no more options, you are going to find opportunities in other parts of the system to help with that bottleneck. And what that is would be, for example, to ask developers to help with the tasks that the tester does. So one developer helping with some of the tasks that they can do for the QA, for the testing. So if they can write, for example, unit tests that takes away burden on the tester, that's something. So the less work goes to the QA or the tester. Or ask some of the developers to learn part of the testing and act those parts. So for example, if they can do, for example, a regression test every day at the start of the morning instead of that specific tester to do that. And by doing that, you're giving more capacity to your bottleneck to focus on what's the slowest part of your system. And by doing that, you are going to work with bottleneck and eliminate, not totally eliminate that, but you are going to decrease the influence of bottleneck, or decrease the influence of the pace of the bottleneck to your system. And when do you know that your bottleneck is not a bottleneck anymore? When the pace of the system is not as slow as the pace of your bottleneck. So for example, if your system can deliver 3 stories or 3 items per day, and your bottleneck's delivery rate is 5 items per day. So in that case, the 5 items per day is the tester throughput, but the system throughput is 3. So this means that there is another bottleneck somewhere else that you need to look for. So keep doing this until you deal with all of your bottlenecks. I hope you enjoyed this mini series. This is something that you can use on a next day basis, and hope to see you soon on the Lean on Agile show again.